If you want to see more detailed images, videos, and the full article, check the link in the description. Kenyan streets have witnessed a brutal escalation of violence, leaving a grim toll in the wake of nationwide protests. At least 16 lives have been lost, with over 400 injured, as demonstrations honoring victims of last year's anti-government unrest spiraled into chaos. The clashes between protesters and police forces spread across the nation, painting a disturbing picture of unrest. Amnesty Kenya confirms the death toll, citing government sources, and highlighting the alleged role of police in many of the fatalities. The severity of the injuries is deeply concerning, with reports of dozens suffering serious wounds, including gunshot injuries. A joint statement from key advocacy groups echoes the gravity of the situation, expressing profound concern and calling for dialogue to resolve the ongoing political stalemate. The protests, initially a solemn tribute to the more than 60 individuals killed during last year's demonstrations sparked by proposed tax increases, quickly devolved into widespread violence. Thousands took to the streets of Nairobi and other major cities, their calls for justice and accountability drowned out by the sounds of tear gas and the shattering impact of batons. The city center became a battleground, with barricades erected, key government buildings sealed off, and fires blazing in the streets. Images of protesters waving flags and carrying poignant pictures of last year's victims stand in stark contrast to the scenes of brutality and chaos that unfolded. Kenyatta National Hospital in Nairobi alone reported receiving 56 individuals, mostly suffering injuries from rubber bullets. The violence extended beyond Nairobi, spreading to Mombasa, Nakuru, and Kisumu, as protesters clashed with law enforcement in multiple locations across the country. The intensity of the situation prompted the Kenyan Communications Authority to order a halt to live coverage of the protests by TV and radio stations, resulting in several prominent news channels being taken off the air. The scenes of defiance and desperation, the unwavering resolve in the face of brutal repression, are deeply impactful. This latest surge in violence is against the backdrop of growing public outrage over corruption, unemployment, government excesses, and the soaring cost of living. Recent incidents, including the death of a teacher reportedly critical of a senior police official and the fatal shooting of a street vendor, further fueled the flames of public anger, igniting the passions that exploded onto the streets on Wednesday. The voices of those who took to the streets resonate with a sense of desperation and a demand for change. Young protesters, speaking out for justice and accountability, express their fears and frustrations. Their stories, their experiences, are a powerful testament to the underlying issues fueling this crisis. To truly understand the depth and complexity of this ongoing crisis, to grasp the stories behind these statistics and hear the voices crying out for change, we need to dig deeper. For the full story, including untold accounts from the streets and exclusive interviews, we strongly encourage you to check the link in the description below and join the conversation in the comments section. The complete details, the unfiltered realities, are waiting for you. Don't miss out on the chance to be fully informed. Discover the full impact of these events, the stories behind the headlines. Access the complete, unedited coverage now. Click the link below and delve into the truth behind the news.